Hello, welcome to our channel. Our topic for today is for feedback and control systems, which is review of Laplace transform part 2. So, part 2 na ito for this topic, review of Laplace transform. Yung part 1, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood, isilink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo. So, ito yung mga na-discuss nating topics on part 1. Okay, actually nag-solve na rin tayo ng sample problems. Hanggang number number 2, right? And then binigay ko rin yung mga formula for Laplace transform. Okay, Laplace transform of some basic functions. So ito yon. Take note nyo na lang. So I hope na take note nyo to nung part 1. Then you also have the different properties of Laplace transform. And also the inverse Laplace transform. Okay. So sige, mag-solve lang tayo ng more problems for the review of Laplace transform. So let's have number 3. Find the current I of t for the given series LRC circuit and assume that the forcing functions are 0 prior to t equals 0 negative. Drawing muna natin yung series RLC. Okay, for number 3, find the current I of t for the given series LRC circuit. Assume that the forcing functions are 0 prior to t negative. So, simple series RLC circuit lang tayo. So, hanapin natin yung current I of t. Tapos, yung initial condition daw ng problem, itong forcing function daw, which is a unit step function, is 0 prior to t minus. So, yun naman talaga yung definition ng unit step function, right? So, unit step function is equal to 1 for t is greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So, at t less than 0, ibig sabihin nito, so wala tayong forcing function. So, ibig sabihin yan, 0 yung initial current, right? I of 0 is 0. Kasi yung source natin is replaced by 0 volt, right? Okay. So, yan yung condition. Sige, so paano natin isa-solve yung I of t? Pwede tayong gumamit ng KVL. KVL or summation of voltage is equal to 0 at the loop. Yan, so lagyan natin ng polarity, passive sign convention. Let's say plus minus voltage drop across the resistor. plus minus voltage drop across the inductor, then plus minus, or sorry, this should be plus minus voltage drop sa capacitor. Okay, tapos ito yung assigned direction ng current clockwise. So simulan natin sa U of t. So papasok yung current sa negative polarity ng source. So gagamitin natin is negative U of t. And then plus voltage across the resistor plus VR. Then next, positive plus voltage across the inductor. And then plus VC voltage across the capacitor. And since all the elements are already considered within the loop, pwede na nating i-equate to 0. Or pwede nyong i-transpose si U of t dito sa kanan, magiging VR plus VL plus VC is equal to U of t. So kailangan ma-represent natin itong mga voltages in terms of current I of t, right? Kasi yan yung hinahanap na function. So sa VR, using Ohm's law, it can be represented as simply resistance R times the current I of t, or let's say I na lang muna. Sa VL naman, so we have the formula for the voltage across the inductor given its inductance L and current I. So L di over dt, right? Plus, so sa VC naman, ano yung formula ng voltage across the capacitor given its capacitance C and current I. So it's equal to 1 over C integral from 0 to t of I of tau d tau. Or sige, t na lang, I of t dt. Equal to U of t. Yan. So, arrange lang natin. Unahin ko si L di dt. Tapos, plus Ri. Plus 1 over C. Integral from 0 to t I dt. Equals U of t. Okay. May value nga pala. Sorry. Hindi ko nalagay yung value. So, yung value ng R is 2 ohms. Inductance is 1 Henry. Tapos yung product, yung 1 over LC is equal to 25. So kapag in-apply natin or sinubstitute natin yung mga values, we have, sige, divide ko muna both sides by L or multiply both sides by 1 over L. So dito makakancel si L. So matitira is di over dt. Tapos dito, R divided by L or R over L. I. So dito naman, okay, distribute dito. Magiging 1 over LC integral from 0 to t I dt. Okay, equal to U of t over L. Distribute nyo rin sa right side. Tapos saka nyo i-substitute yung mga values. Bale yung R over L, so di over dt, plus R daw is 2, L daw is 1, so 2 over 1i, plus ito 1 over LC may binigay na value 25, integral from 0 to t of I dt equal to u of t over L1. Or magiging ano na lang to, 2 over 1, 2. And then u of t over 1, u of t. Yan. So meron tayong integro differential equation. Kasi combination meron siyang derivative tapos integral. So integro differential equation. So the best ngayon gamitin dito yung Laplace. Okay, para ma-solve itong integro differential equation. So since review to ng Laplace transform, di ba? So gagamitin natin ngayon to solve this integro differential equation, Laplace transform. So kuhain natin yung Laplace transform of both sides. So i-apply ngayon natin yung mga properties. Yung list of properties kanina na pinakita natin. Getting the Laplace transform of both sides. So Laplace transform ng di over dt plus Laplace transform ng 2i, kasi linear yung Laplace transform operator, pwede nyo ikuhain yung Laplace transform ng bawat term dito sa left side. Then plus Laplace transform of 25, integral from 0 to t I dt. Then ganun din sa right side. Laplace transform ng u of t. So paano yung Laplace transform of derivative? First derivative lang. Pag binalikan natin yung property, eto nasa listo ng property, di ba? Laplace transform of first derivative, that's s of f of s times f of s minus f of 0. Bale, yung f natin dito is I. Okay, I of t. So, ibig sabihin, Laplace transform ng di over dt is what? S, capital I. Kapag ni-Laplace transform nyo na yung I of t na small letter, di ba ginagawa nating capital letter? Tapos magiging function of s na siya. Okay, then minus I of 0. Okay, ito yung Laplace transform ng first derivative. Tapos, Laplace transform ng 2i, etong 2, constant, labas nyo lang. So, 2 times Laplace transform ng i. So, Laplace transform mo lang yung I of t, magiging capital I of s. Right? Capital I of s. Next. Paano yung Laplace transform ng 25 integral from 0 to t I dt? So, itong 25, labas mo na lang kasi constant. Then, times Laplace transform ng integral from 0 to t I dt. So, ano yung gagamitin nating property? Nasa list din yun kanina. Laplace transform of integral. Okay? Ito. So, Laplace transform ng integral from 0 to t, f of tau, d tau is just equal to the Laplace transform ng f of s, or the Laplace transform ng f, which is f of s over s. Okay? So, sige, pwede natin gawing, ano na lang to, gawin muna natin d tau, kasi kapareho ng variable. Pwede kasi siyang I of tau, d tau. Diba? Okay. So, pag ni-Laplace transform na natin yan, yung integral ng I of tau, d tau, from 0 to t, so magiging ano siya? Capital I of s over s. Yung property kanina, Laplace transform ng integral. Right? Sige, palitan na natin. Gurong lang natin. And then, equal to the Laplace transform ng unit step. So, meron tayong formula dito, di ba kanina? List of formula. Laplace transform ng unit step ay 1 over S. Yan. So, ngayon, ipalit natin yung value ng I of 0. Yung I of 0 ay equal to 0, di ba? So, magiging S, I of S minus 0 plus 2 I of S plus 25 I of S over S equals 1 over S. Alisin natin yung denominator. Okay, pwede nating i-multiply both sides by S. So, distribute. O, itong 0, wala naman na to, right? Okay, wala na yan. Distribute natin. So, S times S, I of S, S squared I of S. Then, S times 2I of S plus 2S I of S. Then, cancel ngayon dito si S sa I of S over S. So, magiging 25 na lang siya. 25 I of S. Okay? Equals S times 1 over S cancel, 1 na lang. Tapos, i-factor out natin si I of S. So, factoring I of S, magkakaroon tayo ng S square times quantity S square plus 2S plus 25 equals 1. Tapos, i-divide natin both sides by this coefficient. S squared plus 2S plus 25 para ma-solve si I of S. Kasi inverse Laplace transform natin both sides. Cancel. Therefore, I of S is equal to 1 over S squared plus 2S plus 25. So, kailangan natin is I of T. Diba? Yun yung pinaka-hinahanap. Inverse Laplace natin ngayon to, both sides. So, getting the inverse Laplace transform, so kapag in-inverse Laplace mo yung I of S, babalik ka na sa I of T, right? Okay. Ang problem na lang is paano hanapin ang inverse Laplace transform ng 1 over S squared plus 2S plus 25. So, hindi natin kailangang mag-partial fraction dito. Mag-complete the square lang tayo sa baba, sa denominator. So, paano i-complete yung square? Complete the square nitong S square plus 2S plus 25. So, S square plus 2S, leave tayo ng blank para sa i-add na constant. Then, plus 25. Then, minus that same constant blank. Okay? So, paano hanapin yung blank na to? So, yung coefficient ng S, which is 2, divide nyo by 2, 1. Tapos, square nyo yung sagot na 1, 1 square. So, ang i-add natin is 1. Tapos, para balance, magma-minus 1 din tayo dito. Yan. So, pwede nyo na ngayong i-factor out. Factor out itong S squared plus 2S plus 1. Perfect square na yan. So, magiging inverse Laplace ng 1 over, anong factored form yan? S plus 1 quantity squared. Right? Tapos, combine natin, 25 minus 1, 24. So, ano kayang property or anong formula ang pwedeng gamitin dito? So, pwede muna natin gawin itong 24. Gawin natin square root of 24 quantity squared. Right? Kasi meron tayong formula. Sige, pag binalikan natin yung table of inverse Laplace transform, di ba pwede natin gamitin to? Okay. Eto. Gamitin natin yan. Tsaka, pwede natin gamitin kasi may S plus 1 quantity squared. Ibig sabihin, frequency shifting. Okay? So, anong property yan sa frequency shifting? Balikan natin yung property. Ito. O, saan nga ba? Ito. Okay. Copy natin. So, itong dalawa yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So, kailangan makopya natin yung ganitong itsura sa loob ng expression na to. So, yung A natin is square root of 24, right? Kung ipapattern natin dito. Pero, sa standard inverse Laplace, may numerator ka dapat na A din, which is yung square root of 24. So, pwede kang mag-multiply tsaka divide ng square root of 24. So, magiging, sa magmumultiply tayo ng square root of 24 sa taas, tapos, copy lang yung denominator. Pero dapat magdi-divide ka rin ng 1 over square root of 24. Para pwede mong makancel, parang nag-multiply ka lang ng 1. So, hindi mababago yung value ng original expression, yung itsura lang or yung form lang. So, para makuha natin yung eksaktong itsura ng standard inverse Laplace transform formula. Tapos ito ngayon yung kukuhaan nyo ng inverse Laplace. Yan. So, magiging 1 over square root of 24. So, applying the shifting property, bali yung pinaka f of s natin dito is, yung sign, right? Sign ng A, which is square root of 24, or f of t pala, sorry, f of t, sige, I of t na lang, I of t natin is sine square root of 24. Ito yon, right? Yung Laplace transform ng A over S squared plus A squared, or inverse Laplace transform. Pero dahil meron kang S plus 1, kailangan maglalagay ka ng e to the negative 80. Okay? We have, ito yung A natin, which is 1. So, magkakaroon ka ng e to the negative 1t, and then yung inverse Laplace nito is sine square root of 24t. Okay? Yan. Or ano na lang to, e to the negative t over square root of 24 sine square root of 24t. Ito yung value nung I. Okay? Kasi ito yung pinaka-final value ng inverse Laplace transform. Ay. So yun yung advantage ng ng using Laplace transform in solving differential equations, or even yung kanina integral differential equations yon, right? Especially kung meron kayong initial conditions na zero initial conditions. Kung matatandaan nyo, nag-solve tayo nito doon sa review for differential equations, episode ba yon? Episode 2. Ito yung nakuha nating sagot. Okay? Sige, pag binalikan natin, nandito kasi yung mga past problems na na-solve natin. Pwede nyo ring balikan, panoorin yon yung differential equations review episode natin. Sa umpisa, nag-solve din tayo ng RLC. Ito, yung RLC circuit, 'di ba? Same lang. Hindi, RL pala to, no? Yung number 2 ata yun. RLC. Okay? Same lang actually yung binigay ko. in-illustrate lang natin ngayon kung ano yung magiging solution kapag ginamit natin is Laplace transform. Siyempre, same lang. Same answer pero different method. So, ang nakuha nating sagot using, ito yung mga solutions natin using classical method for differential equations, right? Okay. So, ang final answer na nakuha natin ay sa same lang, di ba? Kasi yung 2 square root of 6, same lang din yan sa square root of 24. Sinimplify lang. So, tama. Pareho yung na-solve natin. Pero, kung mapapansin nyo, mas mahaba yung method sa classical DE, right? Okay, using classical method for solving DE. Kumpara sa method natin ngayon using Laplace transform. Especially kung initial conditions ay 0 naman. Ito yung sagot natin using DE, classic method of solving using classical, using solving classical DE methods, ano ba yan? Using classical method for solving DE compare to Laplace transform. Pareho lang sila. Okay? Sige, next. Number 4. So ngayon, pag magsasolve tayo ng DE, since this is a review for Laplace transform, gagamitin natin is Laplace transform. Sige. Solve din tayo uli ng DE. Solve the following DE. Okay, for A, we have dx over dt plus 7x equals 5 cosine 2t with initial condition 0. X pala. X of 0 is equal to 0. So, unang step, using Laplace transform, kuhain yung Laplace transform ng both sides. Okay, get the Laplace transform of both sides. Yan. So, distribute yung Laplace operator. Laplace transform ng dx over dt plus, so gilid nyo na lang yung 7, constant, Laplace transform of x equal to, so gilid nyo lang din yung constant na 5 times Laplace transform ng cosine 2t. So, Laplace transform of derivative uli ito. Ang sagot dyan ay s, x of s, minus x of 0. Right? So, same lang din sa kanina. Laplace transform ng first derivative. Yun nga lang yung dependent variable ngayon is x. So, kaya capital X yung ginamit natin. Plus 7, Laplace transform ng x. So, magiging x of s lang siya. Right? X of s. Tapos 5 times, paano yung Laplace transform ng cosine 2t? So, nasa list din yan ng formula. So, I suggest i-memorize nyo na lang. Okay, ito. And the inverse Laplace pala yan. Ito, s over s squared plus a squared, right? So, Laplace transform ng cosine 2ti. So, yung a natin doon is 2. So, s over s squared plus 2 squared. A squared kasi, di ba? Or gawin na nating 4. Pero, ipapalit natin yung x of 0, that's equal to 0. So, magiging s, x of s, minus 0, plus 7, x of s, equal to 5s over s squared plus 4. So, wala na yung 0. Factor out natin si x of s. X of s times, so matitira is s plus 7 equals 5s over s squared plus 4. Okay, tapos i-divide natin both sides by yung nakamultiply kay x of s, s plus 7. So cancel yan. Matitira is x of s equals 5s over, so mamamultiply lang tong dalawa sa denominator. S squared plus 4 times s plus 7. Tapos saka natin kukuhain ang inverse Laplace transform ng both sides. So getting the inverse Laplace transform of both sides para mabalik na sa x of t. Kasi 'di ba ang goal natin dito sa differential equation, ma-solve si x of t. Dependent variable x as a function of time t. Okay, equal to the inverse Laplace nitong right side. So, inverse Laplace ng x of s. So, magiging x of t na siya or kahit x na lang. Sige, x of t. So, ang problema na lang, how to evaluate the inverse Laplace ng 5s over s squared plus 4 times s plus 7. Partial fraction, right? So, using partial fraction decomposition, so we have 5s over, sige, unahin natin si s plus 7 times s squared plus 4. So anong case to nung partial fraction? Ito natutunan naman na natin to sa integral, right? Integration, particularly integration of rational expression. So meron tayong linear tsaka quadratic. Okay, so para sa linear factor, lalagyan nyo lang ng unknown constant, let's say capital A sa numerator. Then para sa quadratic factor, so lalagyan nyo naman ng linear form sa numerator na unknown, let's say BS plus C. Yan. Tapos ang goal is hanapin ngayon si ABC. So, i-multiply natin to both sides by the original denominator, s plus 7, s squared plus 4. Okay? So, makakancel dito sa left side lahat nung denominator. So, matitira is 5s. Tapos dito, sa a over s plus 7, cancel si s plus 7. Matitira is a times s squared plus 7. S squared plus 4 pala, sorry. S squared plus 4. Plus, sa dito naman, makakancel si s squared plus 4. Matitira is bs plus c times s plus 7. Yan. So, meron tayong dalawang method. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo is yung equating coefficients, pwede, or cover-up method. Okay? So, sige, gamit tayo ng cover-up method. Yung nag-a-assign ka ng value nung S, para may ma-solve ka na directly na unknown. Okay, kung solve natin ngayon si A, okay, set natin si S to what? So, yung factor na S plus 7, dapat siya ma-0, right? So, equate nyo to 0 yung S plus 7. Anong masasolve nating S? S is negative 1, negative 7. Tama, negative 7. So, therefore, ang nasa-set yung value ng S is negative 7. And automatic, by cover-up method, ang value ng A is what? Yung left side, which is 5S, over yung coefficient ni A, which is S squared plus 4, tas evaluated at S is equal to negative 7. Yan. Kasi mas-zero na to eh, right? Kapag sinubstitute nyo yung S na negative 7. So, evaluate na lang natin tong 5S over S squared plus 4 at S is negative 7. So 5 times negative 7, palitan nyo lahat ng s ng negative 7. 5 times negative 7 over negative 7 squared plus 4. So ilan yan? Negative 35 over 14 and 49 plus 4. That's 53. Okay. Yan. So meron na tayong value ng A is negative 35 over 53. Okay, paano naman kung gusto nating i-solve si BNC? Notice, si BNC ay in one linear form, right? Nasa BS plus C siya. So kailangan, pag nag-set tayo ng value ng S, mawawala si A. So, equate naman natin yung S squared plus 4, yung nakamultiply kay A na factor to 0, and solve for S. So, that's S squared equal to negative 4, getting the square root. So, S is plus minus. Square root ng 4 is 2i, imaginary kasi we have a square root of a negative number. So, let's say gamitin natin is S is equal to 2i. Set S equal to 2i. Okay, so automatic mawawala to. Right? Anong matitira? By cover-up method, BS plus C is equal, equal to the left side, 5S, divided by yung coefficient niya na S plus 7. Okay? Evaluated at S is equal to 2i. Okay, so lahat ng mga S dito, papalitan natin ng 2i. So dito, we have B times S, which is 2i, plus C equals 5 times 2i divided by 2i plus 7. Okay. So simplifying, we have 2bi plus C is equal to 10i. 5 times 2i is 10i over 2i plus 7. Okay, kung gusto nyo, i-cross multiply nyo si 2i plus 7 para hindi na tayo mag-divide. Cross multiply. So we have 2bi plus C times 2i plus 7 equals to 10i. Tapos i-foil nyo, 2bi times 2i, that's 4bi squared. 2bi times 7, that's 14bi. C times 2i, that's positive 2ci. And then C times 7, 7c. Equals to 10i. So itong I squared, alam natin, I squared is equal to negative 1 since I is equal to square root of negative 1, right? Okay. So magiging 4b times negative 1. Tapos pwede nyong i-combine to. Okay, combine natin, that's 14b plus 2c I. Okay, and then 7c equals 10i. So ano na to? Negative 4b. So negative 4b plus 7c. Ito yung mga real part, yung walang i. Then plus 14b plus 2c times I equals to 10i. So, equate natin ngayon. Equating real and imaginary part. Kasi magiging equal lang yung dalawang complex number kung they have equal real parts and imaginary parts. Okay, for real parts, so sa left side, we have negative 4b plus 7c. Ano yung real part nung right side? 0. Kasi purely imaginary siya. Pwede nyong isulat as 0 plus 10i, right? So, equate natin to sa real part na 0. Sa imaginary naman, we have, sa left side is 14b plus 2c. Ano yung imaginary part sa kanan? 10. Okay. So, solve na natin itong dalawang equation. Equation 1 and 2 for B and C. So, elimination method, substitution method, depende. Sige, solve natin sa equation 1, let's say si C. Okay? Lipat natin si negative 4B sa kanan. So, 7C is 4B. Divide both sides by 7. C is 4/7 B. Tapos, substitute natin ngayon ito sa equation 2. Okay? So, 14B plus 2. Yung C, papalitan natin ng 4/7B equals 10. So, magiging 14B plus 2 times 4, 8. 7B equals 10. So, ano yung 14B plus 8/7B? So, that's 14 and 8/7B. So, gagawin natin tong improper fraction. 14 times 7 plus 8. 106/7. Okay, equals 10. So, divide both sides by 106/7 para ma-solve si B. Bale, B is 10 times reciprocal ng 7/106. Okay, that's 70/106. In lowest term, GCF2, 35/53. Okay, so B is 35/53. Tapos, si C naman, using this equation, C is 4/7 B. Tama. So, palitan na lang natin yung B. Dito, yung nakuha natin na 35/53. So, 4/7 B is 35/53. Okay, so therefore we have, so pwede nyong i-cancel si 7 with 35. 1 na lang si 7, si 35 magiging 5. Tapos multiply 4 times 5, 20/53. Yan. So therefore, ano na yung magiging value natin? 'Di ba yung hinahanap natin is etong form na to, nung partial fraction, copy. 'Di ba ito yung hinahanap natin, inverse Laplace transform yan. Yung partial fraction ng original expression. So, magiging inverse Laplace nung A, ano si A? A natin ay negative 35/53. So, negative 35/53 all over S plus 7. Plus, so dito naman, B is 35/53. So, positive 35/53S plus si C na 20/53. 20/53 all over S squared plus 4. Ito na yung ano natin, di ba? X of t. So, pwede nyo i-distribute yung inverse Laplace operator. So, itong constant, gilid nyo na lang, negative 35/53, inverse Laplace ng 1 over S plus 7. Okay. Tapos, plus inverse Laplace nito. Okay, copy. Okay. So, dito sa una, we have negative 35/53. Anong inverse Laplace transform ng 1 over S plus 7? Di ba yan yung magkakaroon ng E? E raised to 80? Ito, inverse Laplace ng 1 over s minus a is e raised to at. So sa problem natin, ang a natin is negative 7. Right? Kasi dapat 1 over s minus negative 7. So ito yung a. Therefore, ang inverse Laplace is e to the negative 70. Right? Okay. Paano yung second part? Yung second part, pwede nyong hatiin, i-distribute nyo to. Distribute yung s squared plus 4. So, mangyayari, magiging inverse Laplace ng 35 over 53s. So, distribute nyo muna dito. S squared plus 4 plus dito naman 20 over 53 over s squared plus 4. Tapos linearity property, okay, magiging gilid nyo na lang to, 35 over 53 inverse Laplace ng s over s squared plus 4. Tapos plus, okay, inverse Laplace, so gilid nyo na lang din, gilid nyo na lang tong constant, 20 over 53 inverse Laplace ng 1 over s squared plus 4. So ano to? Inverse Laplace ng cosine yan, right? Kasi may s ka sa taas. Ano yung a? A squared. Dapat we have 2, right? Kasi pwedeng isulat tong 4 as 2 squared. So a is 2. So inverse Laplace nito is cosine 80, which is yung a is 2. So cosine 2t. Okay, cosine 2t times yung constant sa unahan, 35 over 53. Tapos dito, paano naman? So dapat meron kang 2 din dito sa taas. Ito naman ay magiging magiging sine, right? Sulat natin yung 4 din as 2 squared. Kasi kapag inverse Laplace ng a over s squared plus a squared, dapat ano yan, sine. Kaso wala kang, ang a natin dito is 2, right? 2. Wala kang 2 sa taas. So mag-a-adjust tayo. Magmumultiply tayo. Magmumultiply and divide tayo ng 2. So sa labas, mag-divide tayo ng 2. Then sa loob ng inverse Laplace, mag-multiply tayo ng 2. Para balance, right? Makakancel nga lang yung 2. S squared plus 2 squared. So ito, magiging ano na yan? Cancel si 2. 20 becomes 10. So magiging 10 over 53. Kasi ito, sakto na siya sa standard inverse Laplace transform ng sine yan, di ba? Sine 80. So again, yung a is 2, 2t. Yan. So kompleto na tayo. So yung first term, ito, negative 35 over 5 ba yun? 53 pala. 53 e to the negative 70. Tapos yung second term, yung positive 35 over 53 cosine 2t, and then plus 10 over 53 sine 2t. So ito yung value nung x. X of t. Okay? Sige, next problem. Number or part B. Kasi this is number 5 ba or 4? Number 4, part A. Sige, let's have part B. Okay, for part B, what if the DE is d squared x over dt squared, second derivative of x with respect to t, plus 6 dx over dt plus 8x is equal to 5 sine 3t. Yung condition, x of 0 is equal to 0 and x prime of 0 is equal to 0. So 0 initial conditions then. So kuhain uli yung Laplace transform ng both sides. Okay, get the Laplace transform of both sides. Yan. So distribute natin yung Laplace operator. So Laplace transform ng d squared x over dt squared plus, so gilid nyo tong 6 constant, times Laplace transform ng dx over dt plus gilid nyo lang yung 8 constant, Laplace transform ng x equal, so Laplace transform gilid nyo yung 5 times Laplace transform ng sine 3. Paano naman yung Laplace transform ng second derivative? Sige, pag binalikan natin yung properties, derivative ng Laplace transform ng second derivative. Saan na yun? So, kung kabisado nyo naman na, kahit din na kayo mag-reference, eto. Laplace transform ng second derivative, copy natin. May pattern naman to actually. Laplace transform ng nth derivative. Okay. So, applying this property, Laplace transform ng second derivative ay s squared. So, yung f, instead na f, x of s minus s, f of 0. So, instead na f of 0, x of 0. Then, minus f prime of 0, that's x prime of 0. Okay, yan. Next, plus 6 times Laplace transform ng first derivative naman. So, enclose nyo in bracket or parenthesis. So, alam na natin, Laplace transform ng dx over dt, that's s, x of s, minus x of 0, right? Plus 8 Laplace transform of x. The 8x of s, right? Equals to 5 Laplace transform ng sine 3t. So that's 3, kasi yung a nyo is 3, right? 3 over s squared plus a squared or 3 squared. So ito ay 9, right? Yan. So, palitan ngayon natin yung value ng x of 0 tsaka x prime of 0. So, magiging s squared x of s minus s. Pero lahat to is 0, di ba? Base sa given. 0 initial conditions kasi. So, 0 lahat yon. So, s times 0 minus x prime of 0 is 0. So, pwede nyong i-distribute na yung 6. 6s x of s minus 6 times x of 0, which is 0, plus 8x of s equals, so pwedeng multiply yung 5 times 3, 15, over s squared plus 9. So matitira, wala na to. Mga 0 lang yan. Matitira lang is, ito, s squared x of s plus 6s x of s plus 8x of s equals 15 over s squared plus 9. Tapos i-factor out nyo lang si x of s times the quantity, sum ng coefficients, s squared plus 6s plus 8 equals 15 over s squared plus 9. Tapos di-divide nyo both sides by ito, s squared plus 6s plus 8. Cancel. X of s ay, so 15 over, so mamultiply lang tong dalawa sa denominator, right? S squared plus 9, s squared plus 6s plus 8. Yan, so get the inverse Laplace transform na uli of both sides. Yan. Get the inverse Laplace ng x of s and inverse Laplace nitong right side. So kapag in-inverse Laplace sa x of s, babalik ka na sa x of t, right? Or x. Ang problem na lang uli, paano kuhain ang inverse Laplace niyan? Partial fraction ulit. So using partial fraction decomposition or PFD for short. So we have 15 over, sige, factor out natin. Factor out natin to. S squared plus 6s plus 8. So dalawang linear factors. So s factors nung s squared s times s. Factors nung 8 kapag inad is yung coefficient nung s na 6. 2 and 4, right? So s plus 2, s plus 4. Then itong s squared plus 9. So paano yung partial fraction decomposition nito? Dalawang linear, isang quadratic. Okay? So sa linear, we have s plus 2. Lagyan nyo ng unknown constant sa taas, capital A. Tapos another linear, s plus 4. Unknown constant sa taas, capital B. Tapos quadratic factor, s squared plus 9. Unknown constant niya, linear dapat. So, CS plus D. Okay? Ayan. Tapos, i-multiply to both sides by the LCD, right? Which is yung original denominator. Okay. Multiply natin dito. Okay. So, dito sa left side, cancel lang lahat yan. Matitira is 15. Tapos dito, sa A over S plus 2, cancel si S plus 2. Matitira is A times, ito, S plus 4, S squared plus 9. Dito sa B over S plus 4, cancel naman si S plus 4. Matitira is B times S plus 2, S squared plus 9. Okay? Tapos, dito sa last, sa CS plus D, makakancel si S squared plus 9. Matitira is CS plus D times itong dalawa, S plus 2. Urong nga natin. Times S plus 4. Yan. Sige, by ano na lang tayo? By not equating coefficient, by cover-up method. So, kung gusto nating isolve si A, check nyo yung common factor ng B and C, S, and D. Diba common nila si S plus 2? So, isa-set natin ngayon si S plus 2 to 0. Solve for S is negative 2. So, therefore, S is negative 2 or set S to negative 2 para si A ay equal to 15 over yung coefficient niya nung A, S plus 4 times S squared plus 9 evaluated at S is equal to negative 2. So, cover-up method ulit. Right? So, papalitan na lang natin lahat ng mga S ng negative 2. 15 over negative 2 plus 4 times negative 2 squared plus 9. So, 15 over, negative 2 plus 4 is 2 times negative 2 squared 4 plus 9, 13. So, that's 15 over 2 times 13, 26. Yan. So, therefore, A is 15 over 26. So, paano naman kapag si B using cover-up method din, check nyo naman yung common factor kay A tsaka C S plus D. S plus 4, right? So, equate nyo yun to 0, yung S plus 4. S plus 4 is equal to 0. Solve for S. S is negative 4. Therefore, isa-set natin, set S is equal to negative 4. Then, automatic, ang value ni B ay, again, yung left side, 15, over yung coefficient ngayon ni B na to. Yung S plus 2 times S squared plus 9. S plus 2 times S squared plus 9 evaluated at S is equal to negative 4. So, papalitan nyo lang yung mga S ng negative 4. So, B is 15 over negative 4 plus 2 times negative 4 squared plus 9. So, 15 over negative 4 plus 2 ay negative 2. Ano yung negative 4 squared? 16 plus 9. Right? So, that's 25. So, ano ngayon si B? Canceling nyo si 5 dito. Si 5 sa 15 tsaka 25, magiging 3 and 5. Okay, so 3 over negative 10 or negative 3 tenths. So, yan. So, B is negative 3 tenths. So, yung last, si CS plus D. Again, linear factor sila. So, hanapin natin yung common factor ni A tsaka B. S squared plus 9, right? So, equate S squared plus 9 to 0. Then, solve for S. Transpose si 9 sa kanan. S squared is negative 9. Get the square root of both sides. So, S is plus minus. Again, imaginary yan kasi square root ng negative number 3i. Yan. So, let's set S to positive 3i na lang. So, set S to positive 3i so that, so yung CS plus D yung hinahanap natin, CS plus D is equal to the left side, 15 ulit, 15 over yung coefficient. Coefficient ng CS plus D, S plus 2 times S plus 4. S plus 2 times S plus 4. Pero evaluated sa equation na to, lahat ng S papalitan ng 3i. Okay? So kung gusto nyo i-cross multiply nyo na lang ito, so CS plus D times S plus 2 times S plus 4 is equal to 15. Tapos palitan natin lahat ng S ng 3i. So C times 3i plus D times 3i plus 2 times 3i plus 4 equals 15. Okay? So, expand natin. Or mas maganda siguro, mas madali kung, sige, balik na lang natin into CS plus D equal to 15 over 3i plus 2, 3i plus 4. Sige, try natin. Ano pala siya? So, gagawin ko na tong 3ci. So, 3ci plus D is equal to 15 over, actually, pwede nyo na itong gamitan ng calcu. Sige, gamitan na lang natin ng calcu. Ano yan? Kapag ginamitan ng calcu? 15 over 3i. In complex mode, pwede nyong i-compute sa calculator nyo yan. So, 15 over 3i plus 2 times 3i plus 4. Sige, na-compute kong value ay negative 3 over 65 minus 54 over 65. Yan. So ngayon, mag-equating coefficient tayo. So equating real and imaginary part. Again, ang ginawa ko dito, ginamitan ko na lang ng calcu, pero pwede nyong i-manual compute yan. Okay? Tapos i-rationalize nyo. Okay? So hindi ko na pinakita. Directly compute na lang sa calcu. So for real, yan. So kapag sa real part, sa left side we have the D, right? D is equal to, ano yung real part sa kanan? Negative 3 over 65. E dissolve agad si D, negative 3 over 65. Tapos sa imaginary part, sa left side, coefficient nung I is 3C. Ano naman coefficient nung I sa right side? Negative 54 over 65. So divide na lang both sides by 3. Okay, so C is negative 54. So makakancel nyo dito si ano? 54 divided by 3, 18. Right? So magiging negative 18 over 65. Yan yung value ni C. Yan, kompleto na tayo. Sige, ano ba yung form ng partial fraction natin? Balikan natin yung partial fraction. Ito. Ito, di ba? Copy natin to. Tapos yan yung i-inverse Laplace natin. Sige, so we have, ano si A? A natin kanina is 15 over 26. 15 over 26 divided by S plus 2. Ano si B? Negative 3/10. So negative 3/10 over S plus 4. Ano naman si C? Ito, negative 18 over 65. S plus D, which is negative 3 over 65. So minus 3 over 65 divided by S squared plus 9. Ito yung kukuhaan natin ng Laplace transform. Yeah, inverse Laplace. Okay, ito yung value ng X. Inverse Laplace niyan, which is madali na, right? Kasi sum of partial fractions na. So distribute yung inverse Laplace operator. Sa gilid niya yung mga constants. So 15 over 26, inverse Laplace ng 1 over S plus 2. Tapos we have negative 3/10, inverse Laplace ng 1 over S plus 4. And then plus inverse Laplace nitong negative 18 over 65S minus 3 over 65 over S squared plus 9. So ito, madali lang tong first two. That's yung may E raised to 80. Dito, ang A natin is negative 2. Dito, ang A natin is negative 4. Okay? So, bale, inverse Laplace niyan ay, so copy muna itong constants nila, 15 over 26 e to the 80. So, A natin is negative 2, negative 2t. Tapos, dito, minus 3/10 e to the, A nito is negative 4, e to the 80, so we have e to the negative 40. Tapos ito, kanina na na-encounter na natin to, di ba? I-distribute nyo yung s squared plus 9. So, magiging, sige, igilid nyo na lang tong constant. Distribute nyo yung Laplace operator. Sige, wag mo natin distribute yung Laplace operator. So, plus inverse Laplace ng negative 18s over 65 over s squared plus 9 minus 3 over 65 over s squared plus 9. Tapos saka nyo distribute yung inverse Laplace operator. Ito pwede nyong igilid yung negative 18 over 65 kasi constant. So negative 18 over 65 inverse Laplace ng s over s squared plus 9. Ito ay cosine, right? So gawin nyo lang tong 3 squared, yung 9. 3 squared. Para yung a sa formula kanina is 3. Yan. So magiging negative 18 over 65. Inverse Laplace nito is cosine 80. Cosine A, which is 3t. Paano naman to? Sige, so itong negative 3 over 65, igilid nyo na lang kasi constant. Inverse Laplace ngayon ng 1 over s squared plus 9. So sign naman ito parang sa kanina, pero kulang ka ng a sa taas. Ang a mo uli, kapag ginawa mo yung 9 na 3 squared, a mo is 3, right? So kulang ka ng a sa taas para maging sign. Okay, mag-multiply, divide tayo ng a. So negative 3 over 65 times, divide tayo ng a na 3. Tapos sa loob ng inverse Laplace, yan tayo mag-multiply sa numerator ng 3. Right? Okay. Over s squared plus 3 squared. So anong mangyayari dito sa constant? Makakancel si 3. Matitira is negative 1 over 65. And then standard na to, inverse Laplace ng 3 over s squared plus 3 squared. A natin is 3. Sin 80. Sin 3t. Okay, yan. So, pagsama-samahin na natin, so we have 15 over 26 e to the negative 2t. Tapos negative 3/10 e to the negative 40. Tapos negative 18 over 65 cosine 3t. And last, minus 1 over 65 sine 3t. So therefore, ito yung value ng x. Ito yung solution ng differential equation. Okay, so sige, so naka 1 hour na rin pala tayo mahigit. Sige, tuloy na lang natin. Let's have more problems for review sa Laplace transform. Let's have part 3 next time. Okay, so sige, end ko muna yung video tutorial natin. See you on my next one. Bye-bye!